Satsang-72, The Doubting Thomas, 6th October, 1935. The sadhu has become the reality. Who should we call a sadhu or a saint? Only he who has become reality. There are statements to the effect that one has become reality and we are Brahman, or all is Brahman. Yet to say or conceive that one has become somebody and that someone is transforming somebody else is nothing but the ego's game. Our being good or being bad is a kind of bondage that compels us to remain in the body. Actually, there is nothing but Brahman, absolute pure consciousness. As it is completely impossible for a rabbit to have horns, it is also not possible for anything other than Brahman to exist. Therefore, it can rightly be said that doubt has been banished beyond the universe. The doubt is itself the nature of the individual, the jiva. That jiva is gone, and with it, doubt is gone. The main doubt pertains to who am I, or who should I be? When I am convinced of who I am and how I am, then doubt disappears. It goes beyond the universe. In reality, doubt is non-existent. Doubt is in a way like King Dhritarashtra and his sons from the Hindu epic Mahabharata. The Kauravas, the family who was fighting against Arjuna's family, the Pandavas. This king symbolizes doubt and is an image formed by mental projection. The saints and sages understand that this doubt is a non-entity, and they reside as Param Atman, the Supreme Self. The Vedas have been telling the same thing all along. One who realizes this fact becomes a siddha, an accomplished one. The example used is that the saint is like sugar. It does not matter how it is kept, vertically, horizontally, or upright. Whatever its position may be, it is still only sugar. Similarly, a sage may be in any situation, but he is still a sage. He is neither fresh nor stale, neither pure nor impure. That which is pure cannot become impure. The saint is that pure reality. The quality of the tongue or stomach is not changed by whatever taste the food may have, or whether it may be stale or already tasted by others. Similarly, when the entirety of existence is looked upon by a saint, he does not discriminate as to whether anything is auspicious or not. People think that it is auspicious for the bride to put her right foot first while entering the home. Such concepts are superstition and only breed doubt. The doubt of the saint or sage is totally vanished from the universe. One whose decision is steadfast is a siddha, a master. A ghost is not there in the darkness, but if a foolish person believes it is there, what can be done? The Guru Putras, the sons of the Guru, the true devotees, who have attained knowledge, are accustomed to getting experience according to their determination or faith. To reach conviction about anything is possible in two ways. One is total devotion to the Guru, and the other is through intense austerities or ascetic practices. These austere practices must be firmly fixed in purpose. This is clearly stated in Vedanta. If even once the understanding is imparted by the Guru, one's consciousness is transformed into Brahman. The saint is one with the Absolute. One whose doubt is gone is the saint. There must be faith in the teaching of the Guru. When one has no self-knowledge and does not know who one is, one must try to concentrate the mind with all of one's determination. When we think that the Guru's teaching is not true, it is by that doubt that we remain as a jiva. What is there finally if it is not Brahman? Somebody should prove it. Do not raise doubt without some basis. In the beginning, there is naturally a certain attitude of doubt in the seeker's mind, but gradually it disappears. The saint or sage has no doubt. One who knows that he is Brahman, whose conviction is unshakable, is truly the saint or sage. The path of rituals and actions, the path of karma, is full of all kinds of doubts. Suppose someone of the priest caste bathes in a river and then proceeds towards his home. If someone says that an untouchable has touched the water, immediately that bath is useless. Many people insist that a mantra must be in Sanskrit. They say that if it is not in Sanskrit, it is not true or not proper. All of this is because of the tendency to doubt. Houseflies sit on dirty things, and then they fly towards good food and sit on that. Doubt makes the food useless. It is only a doubt, but the overly careful ritualist throws away the food. It is very difficult to perform any ritual wherein there is no fault, because there are so many who will create misgivings in your mind. It is almost impossible to escape from it. There must be renunciation of karma. One must realize that he is not the doer, not the actor. This is very necessary. The sense that is created in our mind, that actions create results, and that we have to suffer those results, is a very powerful poison. Actually, we are not the doers. The seeds of rebirth are there in the results of action. That fruit which has no seed is not a fruit. Where action or sense of doership is, the fruit is, and the fruit invariably contains the seed. This chain is going on unbroken. Therefore, with great attentiveness, you must renounce the concept of being the doer of actions. There must not be even an iota of the sense that I am the doer, or I have done, or I do. In the wake of action, the concept of doership arises, and in the wake of that, doubt arises. Without devotion to the Sadguru, renunciation of action will not be understood. And without that understanding, you will not be able to drop action, to drop karma. The story of the disciple who left the ground and sat in a tree to try to escape the dirt has already been told. The path of action in ritualistic performances is full of the pitfalls of doubt. Knowledge, however, is without doubt. A saint or sage was once sitting in the vicinity of excrement. People laughed at him. He said, "All right then, keep me in a place where there is no excrement." The excrement is also in the intestines. Where then is there a place for me? There is nothing sacred except knowledge. Knowledge is pure and sacred. Others want to compel you to give something in charity or to do sacrifices in the fire for the fruit that you may receive some comfort. All of this is only for the sense of purification of mind. Through the false, gradually the true is discovered. To have self-knowledge is the highest achievement of all. All of the difficult labors of selfishness then drop away. In other countries, they do not even know what the real fulfillment of having human birth is. All that they aim for is to be born like any other animal and do hard work continuously until the time of death. It is true that the advice is given to people to perform religious rituals and ceremonies, because through these, the real path to freedom is gradually discovered. The ocean is vast, but it is also full of internal disturbances that are continuous day and night. The saints and sages have no doubts. That knowledge where doubt is lurking is false knowledge. Desirelessness or asceticism with a doubtful mind is a very poor quality. Devotion with doubt in the mind is false. When you are one with Brahman and continue to sing devotional songs, that is real. One with Brahman means to be without doubt. There is no doubt about what one is and what one's nature is. That devotion where there is a devotee who is existing separately is duality. There is no unity in that type of devotion. Brahman is one. Therefore, when you are absolute pure consciousness, you are doubtless, and that devotion is real. If there is some doubt about God, that God is false, because you yourself are God. If doubt prevails, then you have not become God. When there is doubt, it is like this. The feeling of doubt makes everything futile. Great is the caliber of total conviction. Blessed is he who has complete faith. Blessed is he who thinks that there is a God and who has total trust in God. There is a great difference between a faithful devotee of God and a worldly person. The life of the worldly person and the life of a true devotee are not similar. The intelligence of a devotee and the talent of an ordinary worldly person are not the same. The life of a devotee of God is completely dependent on God's will, and whatever his destiny may be, the devotee is content with it. Really, the worldly life of a devotee is just a namesake. Everything is already settled after the devotee and God have a perfect mutual understanding. It does not matter at all whether the life of a devotee is ideal or disturbed according to earthly standards. A person who demands that his family life should be comparable with the lives of other people is not yet worthy of the trust in God. Divine trust is very different from petty cunning. So a devotee of God should have total faith in God. Blessed is this kind of faith. The habit of doubting everything is useless. Without decisive faith, spiritual life has no meaning. The most important thing is that you must have faith in yourself. I asked the mind, "Why are you not leaving?" And the mind said, "When was I there?" It is your mind that is against you. The difficulty of the problem is within you. Practically, it is like a castle that has to be conquered. I ask you, were you born? When? When did you lose your chastity? Did these things really happen? That which has no birth, when and how was it born? And when and how was it spoiled? This commentary has the sole purpose to change your earthly attitude. Your book learning is of no use here. Keep faith. Be Brahman and experience absolute pure consciousness. Do not get lost in doubt once you are convinced. Do not destroy yourself. Not to doubt after being convinced is called simple acceptance. Confirm what you experience and keep firm faith. Really, blind faith is nothing other than this strong conviction. Everyone must have trust in a saint or sage who has realized Brahman and get their own emancipation. The individual who is a non-entity is always imagining things that are not existing. We cannot even be certain about our parents as to whether they are really our parents or if someone else is. A man who has slain the demon of doubt has gained the entire wisdom of the Vedas. To know is the Vedic religion.